a nightcap from the chalkman. In the great brew room, there was a kettle shan, and a gramophone, and a picture of a chocolate spout with 2 feathers of foam. And there were 3 little otters in charge of the water, first fermenting some yeast and hops of wildebeest, and a black bear named Charlie in sweet malted barley, and bottles and clogs and a whirling warthog and a flavorful cache and a whole ton of mash and a baritone brewer with a foamy mustache. Goodnight, Brew. Goodnight, crew. Goodnight, Mooney Cockatoo. Goodnight, Cash. And goodnight, Mash. Goodnight, kettles and tanks of metal. Goodnight, Barley. Goodnight, Charlie. Goodnight, wildebeest and yeast. Goodnight, bottles and barefoot waddles. Goodnight, saison. Goodnight, wheat. Goodnight, porter and clogged feet. Goodnight, stout and IPA. Goodnight, Bach and hog ballet. Goodnight, waltz.
And derrière.
Goodnight, beer lovers everywhere.
Good night, beer lovers everywhere.
Good night, beer lovers everywhere.
Good night, good gentles.
Good night, good gentles.
Good night, good gentles.